Hip hop was good. We here on deck. It's your host Deme D. We back with segment 2, and we're gonna talk about mixtape wars. This is a later segment that I've been doing lately. Mixtape wars, and we're gonna talk about Fabolous versus Lloyd fucking Banks.
Yeah.
And we're gonna talk about Fab's "There Is No Competition" series, which is 3 parts, and then we're gonna match it up with Lloyd Banks V5, V6, and Cold Corner 2. All mixtapes, all fire. And who want to set it off, man? Who you rolling with, man?
Man, we going Fab, man. You gotta go with Fab. You wanna know why?
By a long shot or by, what is it, like it's easy?
Nah, not really.
You said that real casually though.
No, I was conflicted. I was.
So there's no, all 3 is better than all 3 of Banks shits.
It's the thing about Banks is kind of what, like he said about Jeezy, you know what I'm saying? It's like, after a while, I don't see Banks' versatility. You know what I'm saying? But I kind of see Fab's.
On mixtapes?
Yes. On a mixtape. Yeah, nigga, even on one mixtape alone.
First of all, there's no competition one, there's no variety on there. So can we agree on that? Because you're full of shit on that one. That's barred up. That's just spitting. There's no concept. There's no topics. There's no songs.
I agree with both of you.
Okay.
Taking pictures, I don't know, man.
Taking pictures? It's all bars.
But it's more.
It's 1,000 niggas on that song.
First of all, at that time, I understand what you're saying. Like, at that time, bars was kind of like the mainstream thing.
I'm just saying to your point.
But my point
there's no versatility.
These
on
are
there.
better songs.
V5, if we're gonna match it up, V5 is more versatile than There's No Competition 1. There's songs on there. There's topics. He's not even just barring up. V5, okay. Clearly, I'm rolling with Banks. Like, you rolling with that. You're just like, you can go either way, pretty much, right?
I have my own opinion. Okay. I get to be. I get to
All right. So with the V5, you got
You got the whole track list.
You put it out the
Better You Than Me,
act.
I Do, I Gets Down, Lip Service, Look At Me, Rather Be, Power Pack.
But the shit with the nigga is like when he does songs, I don't feel like he's being himself. Like when he doing like those types. Yeah,
I can't agree with that.
To the song. All right.
You say he's not being himself?
Let me say this better. Even Fab's songs are constructed better.
On part 3, absolutely. Part 1
is straight bars.
is just straight bars.
But even those is better.
Okay, but V6 against part 2, there's no songs on V6. That's the shit with Schoolboy Q, ASAP Rocky, Vado, Jadakiss. V6 is fire.
Okay. I have.
So before we're gonna let him chime in though.
Yeah.
So who you got?
So,
Or which ones you got matching which one or overall?
alright, so here's my thing. In its totality, outside of these mixtapes, it's Fab.
Yeah.
We're not talking about
Oh, we're talking about that.
We're not, because you're not gonna throw my guy under the bus.
No, I'm
man.
not throwing him under the bus. Listen, it's Fab. It's Fab. I'm riding with Fab. But, in this instance, in this particular series,
V5, V6, Cold Corner 2 versus There Is No Competition.
Because they came out around the same time.
Around.
And they're on each other's mixtapes.
They're on each other's mixtapes.
Here's my issue. The reason I'm taking Banks is
that's what I'm talking about. And this is a surprise to me. I didn't know.
It was a hard pill to swallow for me to take Banks.
It could go either way.
No, it can't. It's going with It's going with Banks.
I love Fab.
I do. But here's my thing.
I don't know.
Fab is the king of swag rap. That's what we wanted.
He swagged out.
He did not swag rap until the third one. That's when he kind of like pushed
Swagged out.
But part 1, he was still like on a kind of Desert Storm, high pitch spitting with Paul King and all those guys. Like, I get it. Like, I know you can spit with them, but honestly, that's not your sound. Like, it sounded forced to me. Banks was just being Banks.
Just a tad forced. I don't know if I'm about forced, but it would maybe. I see what you're saying because he rolling with Freck. So you're trying to.
There was like you just doing more than the use. And when I compared like when I compared V5 to No Competition 1, I took V5. When I compared V6 to No Competition 2, that was a good.
That's like dead even.
I was like, oh shit.
That's like dead even.
I took Banks because he had Cardiac on that one, right? Like that guy, that producer Cardiac. All the Cardiac songs are literally the reason I was like, we edged them out. Because another thing with that series, Fab wise, because he didn't use a lot of his beats weren't original beats. Like he was just going up.
Not part 1 wasn't, but part 2 was original
Part
beats.
2 is not all original beats.
What beats wasn't original?
Were they not?
Nah, it was all part. It was all.
Part 1 is hard to me. I'm mad that y'all.
No, it's
really
hard.
like,
But you. This is your point. You brought it out there about the versatility and diversity.
Well,
part 1 is straight bars.
Even if the beats were original in part 2, it wasn't up to par. It just wasn't.
compared to
When I compared to V6,
V6 is fucking fire.
I remember when V6 came out.
V6.
Like, I wasn't checking for no competition too like that. Like, Banks was on a tear back then. Like,
You wasn't
Nah,
checking
he
for
got this-
Raw?
Fab
no,
got this
I always
Body?
I always download Fab shit. I do, but like after V5, I was like, it's gotta be V6. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm looking for it. When it came out, I was like, oh, it's finally time. Like,
V6.
I wasn't thinking like no competition, but no competition.
3
3 versus Cold Corner 2. That was a nice one. That was
That's
more
a
for
good
Cold.
one, too.
I still think Cold Corner.
Oh
That's a
my
tough.
gosh.
Yo, I'm not picking. That one is tough.
That's crazy.
Cold Corner 2 though is ridiculous.
And here's why.
Can we agree on that at least?
But here's why I say
I don't know.
You don't even think Cold Corner 2 is good?
I compared to
Not
Fab.
in comparison.
yes.
Not in comparison. I'm just saying
compared
to
to
yourself.
Nah, it's hard.
compared to Competition 3, yes. And here's why. Banks was so much more. Nigga was razor sharp. Like
Was
Fab
razor
was sharp, but he wasn't that sharp. Like Banks had a point to prove. Because remember, Cold Corner 1, he was ripping. And we're not even talking about that in this series, right? But Cold Corner 1
Banks got at least fucking 13 banging
Which one he
mixtapes.
had the what Fab had the singles on?
Which one? Like Started Up?
What singles?
Nah, he had
She
a
be
sing-
killing him and all that.
Yeah.
That's
That's
two.
not.
That's 2.
That's not.
That's not hard. Yeah.
That's why I said body up, raw, and all of
That
that.
shit, this shit with, nah, that's not that.
That's
Pachanga
fire.
Shit, nah, that's, the Pachanga shit is a,
Nah, Pachanga, that's an album, no.
That was,
The
that's
rest
not
album.
mixtape.
But nah,
That's
that's
all
all
he
he
had.
had.
That's
all-
all.
Yeah,
But
that's
that's
an album.
all he
Yeah,
had
that's great.
on the mixtape to me.
Those over, yeah.
Like
Part 2?
Yeah, that
Nah,
was
he had body,
Nah,
he
part
had
2 had
raw,
some shit.
he had, I don't see
Oh, man,
nobody.
part 1 is hard to
I don't
do.
hear
I'm mad y'all
nobody.
saying-
I wasn't impressed, man.
I can understand that.
I wasn't. I just wasn't.
My parts.
And
I feel like there's more
I-
relatable songs on part 2, my nigga.
Fab has so much more better stuff, like millions of times better.
You like the Soul Tape series better.
Oh,
I like There Is No Competition series.
I like that better. The Soul Tape is cool
Soul
to
Tape
me.
is cool.
Please. Ain't no fun with Soul Tape.
Nah, my nigga, at this
1, 2,
time,
and 3.
my nigga, he didn't even have to drop mixtapes, my nigga. His mixtape.
The Soul
game
Tapes
wasn't-
are albums. They're
Yes,
albums.
that's facts.
They're albums.
But what started that?
It doesn't matter what started it. What
It really
sounds
doesn't.
better.
But bro, that's
Soul Tapes have better production, better lyrics.
Let's not
Summertime Shootouts better.
Let's
Young
not get
Lil
into
G
the
better.
catalog though. Let's not get into the catalog
Yeah.
though.
Those are all mixtapes, right?
and if we talking in totality, yes, I would have to say Fab.
So Swag Rap Champion. I want the swag rappers. Don't go bar for bar with
Swag-
Banks. It's impossible.
You
Swag rap.
really? You think y'all both think that?
Okay, so no, I'm not saying that. I'm saying that
No,
it's
but
Yo,
close.
son is
No,
boring
let's do
as
it,
fuck,
man.
my
Let's
nigga.
do it like this. Let's do it like
Nah,
this.
Lloyd Banks is boring,
It's
my
not
nigga.
that.
Nah, you
But
bugging.
swag
Let's
rap,
do it like this.
Swag rap Fab has more bars than bar for bar Banks. Like you really like when Fab goes
But
hard, I'm like
content wise,
screaming.
his songs are better.
No, they're not. I can't agree with that.
Oh, in totality.
In totality, because V6 and Cold Corner 2 is Banks.
I
and his
honestly
ice.
don't even
Fab-
remember Banks.
Fab-
Because that's
Fab-
not your guy.
Fab better
No,
than Banks.
Fab really. I mean, Fab.
Yes,
like-
yes.
Yeah,
Don't even try
I
that.
agree with you.
Banks not your guy.
Bro.
But even if you go to the FNO series with the
But
DJ
even-
drama shit,
Even in like.
first of all,
and-
Banks don't even punchline no more like that.
But
He's
bro,
a song guy
song-wise,
now.
I don't
And
even
his
hear
songs are-
Banks songs on the radio
No.
at all.
We're going radio.
No. Let's
Alright,
not.
not do radio.
No, let's not do radio.
Alright, listen.
But there's
I'll
no
give you this.
memorized. Like I don't really. He has memorizable
He has
songs
tons
to
of
me.
memorable shit.
You're
To me,
weird. You're wild. You're
Without
wild.
50,
But I give you this.
Without 50,
Yes.
started up.
Oh, you're wild. You're
Beamer
wild.
Benz Bentley.
You're wild.
The
That's
shit with
fine.
Jeremiah.
Beamer
The
Benz
shit with
Bentley.
Ryan Leslie.
You're wild.
Nah,
I'm
I
so
don't even remember
fly.
the name of that.
Hands up. I just named you 7
Hands up to the
songs.
shit with 50.
No.
He's on the hook.
I don't even remember the Lloyd Banks.
It don't matter. Niggas don't remember
That's
Fab.
like that.
Oh, niggas don't remember Fab first singles and all of that.
I do.
Cause that's your guy.
Nah.
Just like
bro.
I remember
I
Banks
remember
shit.
when
He
he
had
came
the
out.
streets lit, my nigga.
Nah,
Lloyd Banks
I didn't fuck with
Banks ain't
Fab
had the
when
street
he came out.
lit.
without G Unit, nigga.
He was in G-Unit. That's how he came out.
50 had it lit, my nigga. And that
That's
nigga
how
was
With
taking
the
the
bars,
extra
yo,
few.
50 had it lit with the bars.
My nigga, 50 just had it lit, period,
50 had no
nigga.
bars, but-
50 had it.
My nigga, song concept wise, he like his
Yes,
best songs are
yeah,
50.
yeah. We're
His
talking
best songs
about,
are
we're talking
50,
about
bro.
two
His best
lyrical
songs
killers
are
though.
That's not
They're
true.
not.
That's not what you
That's not true.
I just named you his biggest hits. That
What?
50 ain't on none of them. Started up, Beamer, Benz, and Bentley. The shit with Ryan Leslie.
Beamer Bentley
And
made
the shit with Jeremiah.
I like Started Up.
Nah.
You know what I say though?
I don't think that's bigger than
Listen,
Smile.
do you remember?
50 ain't on that either.
Smile is the biggest
But
fuck.
50's not on that either. There's no rhyming
That was
on
on the
it.
G-Unit album.
It
That was on the G-Unit
I
album.
thought 50 was on the hook.
Wasn't it on
That's
Black
We're
like-
talking about hooks, like, or we're talking about the songs and the bars.
But I'm trying to tell you.
But
Alright,
here's my thing about Banks and Fab together. What I like about them. When you put them together,
Problems.
They compete. They compete.
So before we close it out, so
Yes.
whose song was better? Banks, Fab song on There's No Competition 3 featuring Banks?
Or Bring It Back?
No, that's Banks song. Or Banks song Bring It Back from V6.
Oh man.
We all know it's Banks, but let's you know Banks shit is better.
What was the Fab song again?
Get down or lay down, stay down or fade down.
Oh.
Yeah, Bring It Back is better. We know that, but
I think Bring It Back is better.
come on.
Yeah,
Which one who's had the better verse on that?
I like
No,
the beat
better
better.
song. Better verse would be the
Bring It
better.
Back. Bring It Back.
I want to say better verse because we already. I'm biased.
Now we already know.
I'm biased. Like
Alright, so we gonna close it out there, man. Let us know, man. Two of the best to do it. Fab and Lloyd Banks, man. Let us know which one y'all think is the best, man. If you ask me, closing it out.